You know what I really love? Love how excited you were about watching today's episode, not knowing.
And this show's a roller coaster.
What you were going to be getting today.
I need to be cheered the fuck up.
God. Hey everybody!
I'm Adam.
And I'm Sam, and we are
Working Title!
Fullmetal Alchemist. Fullmetal Alchemist.
Oh my gosh, guys. If you watched our reaction to the previous episode, we're still recovering from it. I don't know about him, but I need some uplifting pretty seriously.
Yeah. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm trying to enjoy my time. The past two things we just watched have been relatively very killjoy.
Yes.
They've both been amazing, actually. They've both been amazing. The
Yeah.
What If episode we watched and the Fullmetal episode we watched have both been really great.
Yeah.
I need some happiness in my life.
Well, it is a rainy day, and if I'm not mistaken, both episodes we've watched have involved rain.
It's just that kind of
And rain is in the title of this episode.
It's just that kind of week.
It is.
You know, you ever watch things where it's like things always match up with like what's going on in your life?
Yeah.
All the time. All the time.
Yeah.
Last on, I mean, you guys already know what happened. The boys went to meet up with an alchemist who fuses people with animals.
Yeah.
So he was supposed to do the non-taboo thing and mix animals with animals, and from what it looks like, he was doing the taboo thing, influencing people with it. And not just that, his wife and his daughter. He's dead. God rest his soul, because I don't know where he's going.
And so is she.
Yeah. Hopefully she's going somewhere better than him.
Rest in peace, Nina.
We met a new guy.
Sweet little thing.
With white hair, who seems to be taking things into his own hands. I actually like him quite a bit, to be honest.
Yeah.
So right now I'm placing him in the top 3 underneath the two brothers, so
let's go.
Let's freaking get it.
Yeah.
If you like this video, guys, make sure you leave a like on this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below how hyped you are that we are watching this here with the Working Title Boys. Check out our Patreon if you want to see these a week in advance. Sometimes we're going to be doing 2 episodes. Sometimes we're going to be doing 1 episode, depending on what we're dealing with in that coming month. So prep for that.
And also, it's not a market substitute, guys. You gotta go on whatever anime streaming service you prefer. Watch Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood over there first, and then come back to YouTube and watch your boys' reaction, alright? Love you guys. Punch it. Blah!
This is the law of equivalent exchange, the basis of all alchemy. In accordance with this law,
I just love the whole concept of alchemy.
Human transmutations.
I like the concept. I don't ever want to even entice the idea of it.
I love that, like, it's like the religious version of science, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Even though it's like, science is not a religious thing, at least in this world.
Sometimes you can find a bit of both in one or the other.
Yeah.
In order to learn more about the field of fire, Ed and Al visited the home of Shao Tucker, the sewing life alchemist.
Sewing life
There they
alchemist.
befriended Tucker's young daughter Nina and her dog Alexander. The day of Tucker's annual state alchemist certification assessment was drawing near. He used Nina and Alexander to create a talking chimera. Knowing that nothing he did could ever change Nina back, Ed was grief-stricken at his own.
That was so sad. Him just like loving on her.
It's a present. I transmuted it. You did? You're your father's son, all right. Thank you very much. That's an amazing thing you did.
Really?
Creating something as neat as this takes talent.
What are those that they're growing?
Plums?
Oh, tomatoes.
Oh. Oh! Oh! Ah! Disgusting. Yeah.
Fucking PTSD.
What's going to happen to Tucker and Nina?
Oh my gosh, do we have to see
Mr.
more of
Tucker
them?
was scheduled to be stripped
Oh,
of
they're dead.
certification and stand
Yeah.
trial
Oh.
for what he did to Nina.
Gosh.
But they're both dead. Dead? You'll find out anyway, so I might as well tell you. They've been murdered.
How? By who?
We don't know. I was just heading over to the scene now.
We're coming with you.
He's always one step ahead of us. better catch up to him quickly because of the way things are going.
You sound as though you were expecting this. Fill me in.
Tell me some stuff.
God has given
Tell
us
me
a
what's
great
going
trial,
on.
my children.
He's still around?
Heathens have spread insidious rumors
What?
trying to shake our faith. But we must hold tight to our faith. The time has come to rise up, weapon in hand, and fight in the name of the great god Leto!
Did they forget that fast that he was lying to them?
That man speaks nothing but lies!
Oh!
See that?
Rebellion!
We aren't part of the heathens like all of you are!
Oh,
Human
snap.
foolishness never ceases to amaze me.
Oh my gosh, it is Civil War. Look at the animation.
Yeah, I love this.
Look at that.
That makes me think of Samurai Champloo.
Oh, the shadows were cool too.
Gluttony. The Fullmetal Boys' interference was irritating, but at least we were able to make it work in our favor. Looks like we'll finish up ahead of schedule.
Manipulate a little information, spout some empty rhetoric to the believers, and you have a fine recipe for instant violence. Humans are such simple creatures.
And no matter how many times it happens, they never learn. The human race is made up of violent, miserable fools.
Who seem more than willing to play.
I don't disagree with you.
Oh, can I eat all of them after they die?
No, you may not.
Freaking
By
creepy
the way,
ass.
Envy, could you lose the old man costume? It's
Envy.
more attractive.
Ooh!
I was just staying in character. But if you insist, this time around I'm going
Younger, cuter model. What do you say?
Oh, the girl
You nailed it.
from the intro.
Yeah, you said Envy.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. Last episode, you nailed it.
What have you done with the
Oh yeah, because I said she'd be envious of the girl who's busty.
He said I was a monster.
Right.
I think that's quite rude, don't you?
Can I eat him?
I like her voice.
Speaking of Ace City, isn't that where the Flame Colonel's staying right now?
Yeah. And apparently the
That's
Fullmetal Brat's
Ida?
there too.
Oh, is
Roy
Roy
Mustang.
As furious as I am that he interfered with our work here, we can't very well let him die. He's an important sacrifice.
That was so yummy!
We'll find some way of handling the situation.
Our target is both unidentified and elusive. The only information we've been able to obtain about him is that he has a large scar on his forehead.
Yes, I've heard stories about that man.
He's killed 5 people in Central, all state alchemists. His body count nationwide is up to 10.
He's an expert in weapons transmutation.
That shows you how dangerous this guy is. You and Tucker are the only state alchemist of note in this area, right?
Oh no.
I've been thinking about this for a long time. We put all our trust in alchemy, but in the end, what is it? Alchemy is the science of understanding the flow of matter and its laws. The process of comprehension, deconstruction, and reconstruction. The world flows too. It must also follow laws. Everything circulates. Even death is a part of that circulation. Teacher sure drummed that into our heads, didn't she?
Oh yeah, we didn't really
I understood.
focus on their
I don't
teacher.
understand anything. Mom proves that.
Don't, come on. I don't want to see this freaking thing.
Again. I'm such a hopeless idiot. All this time and I haven't grown up one bit. Thought maybe the rain would wash away some of this gloom that's following me. But right now, every drop that hits my face is even
I don't
more
know.
depressing.
Surely you know this by now how big I'm a sucker
I
for
mean, not that
choirs
much.
and singing and music.
Without a body, I can't feel the rain hitting my face. That's something I miss
Oh,
all the time. I want to get my body back soon, brother.
this poor
I just
kid.
want to be human again. Even if it means going against the flow of the world and trying to do the impossible.
Oh!
You, boy, you're the Fullmetal Alchemist Edward Elric, correct?
Oh! Oh no!
What the hell is going on here?
Oh shit.
Who is this guy? What does he want? This is bad. This is really bad. Let's go out! Run for it!
Shows always pit characters I love against each other.
No, you don't.
Whoa.
Damn, he didn't even touch the ground.
Now, grab on! Damn it, what the hell is this guy's problem? Making enemies isn't something that I never really avoided it. There's no reason someone should be trying to kill me. Who are you anyway? Why are you after us?
Let's get a name. Let's get a name.
As long as there are creators like you in the world, there must also be destroyers.
It looks like we're gonna have to fight.
So be it. Let's go.
Gutsy one, aren't you? But too slow.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
What is that? What is that thing inside?
Chainmail.
Nothing inside. You're too slow.
Metal arm.
Damn it!
Yeah.
That explains why my attacks didn't do the damage I expected.
It's a good thing that's like worked a couple times.
Yeah.
The glove has paid off quite a bit.
Brother, don't.
You're fine now. I trust it.
You idiot!
Now I see. I will have to start by destroying this abhorrent right arm of yours.
No freaking way. They're gonna have to come to some understanding.
Now you will not be able to use your heretic's alchemy.
Am I the only one you're trying to kill today? Or are you going after my brother Al, too?
If he interferes, I will eliminate him. But Fullmetal Alchemist, you are the only one who's receiving judgment today. You alone.
Okay. In that case, I want your word. Promise me you won't hurt my brother.
Brother,
I will keep that promise.
brother, what are you trying to do? What are you thinking? Run! Get off me!
I wonder if he can even die. They've made it such a big deal about this kid.
No, you can't!
Roy?
That's enough.
Hey!
Anybody else today, Scar?
Scar.
Taking you into
Is
custody.
that just his name,
You will
Scar?
answer for the murders of at least 10 state alchemists.
Mufasa!
They alter things from their natural form, perverting them to something else, something grotesque. As an agent of God, I am here to hand down his judgment. So this is the Flame Alchemist. Volunteering yourself to receive judgment. This is truly an auspicious day.
So you know who I am, and you still want to challenge me. Bad decision.
Exactly,
What?
dumbass.
So I guess there's no fire in the area, right?
No, he creates the fire.
That for?
You know
Okay,
as well
okay.
as I do, you're useless on rainy days. Please
It's raining. He
Yeah,
can't
well,
make
that's what I was
fire.
gonna say. There's
Yeah.
nowhere he can do it.
It's hard to get a spark going when it's raining, huh?
It's fortunate that you can't create your blasphemous flame, State Alchemist. For I will destroy all who interfere with my mission right here and now. I'd like to see you try it.
Whoa!
A newcomer. You have to
That's
be
Tenya Ito's
grateful
voice.
with my fist, not bad.
Scar is?
Yes.
Not at all.
I just realized it.
You said you were going to destroy us all. In that
Erwin
case,
Smith's
why
voice,
don't you
too.
start by defeating
Yes.
me? We'll see how you fare against the strong-arm alchemist, Alex
Oh,
Louis
shit.
Armstrong.
Detroit Smash!
Major, watch what you're doing! We don't want to destroy the city, do we?
What do you mean? Destruction and creation are two sides of the same coin. You must destroy to create. That is the law of the universe.
have to strip.
Be surprised. He's
How did
insane.
he stripped so fast?
Remember in the hospital?
No, I know that, but you didn't even see him do that.
The stages of the transmutation process are construction, deconstruction, and reconstruction. This guy just must stop at the deconstruction phase.
But if Scar is an alchemist as well, doesn't that mean he's strayed from whatever his ways of God are too?
What would be his reasons for only targeting alchemists with state certification?
That's a good point. I don't know. But also, it's too hype anyway, so forget it.
Really coordinated for his size, and his strength is almost superhuman.
Jeez, he's huge.
His swing is too wide. There it is.
Woo!
You get him?
He's too fast. I only grazed him with one shot.
Oh.
Red eyes and brown skin, that means he's... Of course he's in Ishvalan.
Ishvalan.
Oh, Ishvalan War.
Perhaps there are too many.
You might as
Oh.
well give up, Scar. You're not getting away.
A different type of man? Huh.
But thank you for buying us enough time to surround him.
I was hardly buying time. It was all I could do to keep myself from being killed.
Oh, is it over now?
Lieutenant Colonel Hughes, where have you been this whole time?
Maze Hughes.
I thought it best to lay low. You didn't think I'd be backing us up? Of course not. A person like me shouldn't get dragged into a freak show with you pack of pseudo-humans. It's bad for my health. Don't just stand there. We've got things to do.
Oh no, Alphonse.
Oh crap, I forgot about him.
Al, talk to me. Are you alright?
That suit of armor is Elric's younger brother, is it?
Come on, Al. Al, do you hear me?
Why didn't you run away when I told you to? What kind of idiot are you?
No way, I'm not just gonna run away and leave you behind.
This is exactly why you're an idiot! Survival is the only way, Ed. Live on. Learn more about alchemy. You could find a way to get our bodies back and help people like Nina. You can't do that by dying. I won't allow you to abandon the possibility of hope and choose a meaningless death.
Oh,
shit.
Oh, right. And now my arms come off because the villain's a big fat idiot.
We look like we belong in a junkyard.
Yeah, you really do.
We're still alive.
But they have automail.
I've started
Okay.
into an extra special.
So they can rebuild.
Well, he's just a suit of armor. Ed has the auto mail.
Well, maybe he'll get like new parts placed on.
I don't envy you.
Meh.
This is one tough customer you're dealing with. And now we know he's Ishvalan.
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell that means.
The Ishvalans were a race of people who lived to the east of us. They believed that their god Ishvala was the one absolute creator. Even after they were annexed into the country, there were still conflicts between us and them. Then, 13 years ago, a military officer accidentally shot and killed an Ishvalan child, and that led to a full-blown civil war. An order came down from the military high command to exterminate Ishvalan. Many state alchemists
All the
were brought in
alchemists.
to act as human weapons.
Oh, and there's the guy. Yeah, there's the dude from the first episode. Oh, and there's that guy.
Crimson Alchemist.
Needless to say, the state alchemists produced striking results. That man is an Ishvalan survivor.
Damn.
Since his revenge is justified.
No way.
We can't let ourselves be killed for his cause. Next time, there will be no more talk. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Well, Ed, Alphonse, what are you two going to do now?
Brother.
Before we can make any headway on getting your body back, we have to get my arm back to normal. After all, I'm the only one who knows how to bond your soul to the armor. We've got no choice. It's been a
Yep.
long time.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Automail
Pay a
place.
visit to our mechanic.
It's their neighbor or sister or the person
Neighbor.
who took him in?
Winry.
Winry.
And her grandmother.
Interesting.
Damn, even this one had me tear jerking.
It was good. Next one is our first end credit, right?
Yes.
Alright, cool.
Will tried FaceTiming me.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
And he texted me, he was like, "Did you guys watch tonight?" I was like, "Yeah, I just finished episode 5.
Yeah, I sent him the Chimera pic.
Yeah.
He's probably bummed. Oh, rip. Should we FaceTime him and get a quick thought from him?
Heyo.
Hey, you're on Candy camera. You bring it here.
Hey, alright, I was gonna say, I would, because I thought you weren't recording tonight, but you, when you texted that picture, I very lost it. I was like, did Sam spoil that for himself? I was trying to figure it out. And I don't know if my service is bad or your service is bad as a storm where you put your phone on airplane mode.
I put it on airplane
I put it on airplane mode.
As soon as you fucking texted me, I immediately responded, and then it was like, not delivered. I was like, you little turd, man.
Yeah, we just watched it, and I was just telling the people, I was like, you're on camera right now, I'm keeping it in. I was just telling everybody that we'll get your thoughts on that eventually, but what an episode for you to not be here for. Because
I know.
I mean, it was killjoy of an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it was coming, so I was a little upset, but...
Dude, I thought it was later down the line. And then I was telling Sam, like, he will see in the reaction where they say, like, oh, we're going to go see the sewing stitch alchemist. And I go, oh my... Oh, it's this episode?
Alright. We'll get your thoughts on that episode when you return, so that people can hear you clearly. But...
Do your thing. Bye.
Love ya.
Peace. Love everybody. Yeah.
Punch it! Yeah.
What was this one called?
Reign of Sorrows.
Yeah, it was a nice, I'm very glad. I wasn't sure, because of the type of show it was, I wasn't sure bracket-wise how long they were going to stay on the topic of what we had just covered. I'm glad they did, and, let it continue leaking to the next episode, because I would have been a bit annoyed if they,
Just a sorrow episode?
just the next episode, the kids are right back to happy.
Okay, yeah.
I'm glad that, they kept the pacing still moving into it, and then it was
life,
a continuation.
Man. Yeah.
Well, because... this isn't I know this is anime, and I know people will hate me for the comparison, but with Avatar: Last Airbender, sometimes you might get that something serious might happen, and the next episode's kind of this go lucky thing.
It didn't even happen.
Yeah, it'll go into the next thing, and then it won't be until 2 episodes later that they go back and jump into what they had established from something that had happened. So I'm glad they continued it because it felt more believable.
Yeah.
This opened up quite a bit of things for us this episode. Trying to go chronologically, I think the first thing was...
The boys found out that Mia and her dad were killed.
Right. And that this man is going after each of the state... Alchemists, which now we have a reason for, but we'll jump into that later.
Mm-hmm. Did we see the preacher in this episode too, or was that last one?
The Pope? That was this episode. We didn't get to talk about it. I think that was one of the first things too. So we got the return of... I don't want to confirm the name, but we're just going to go with Lust for now. Lust, Gluttony, and now we got a new member, Envy.
Which you nailed it. Last episode, 2 episodes ago, Sam was like, oh, I'm just going to call him Envy for right now because he's envious of the woman's bust.
Yeah, because I saw it was a little girl in the outro, so I was just going to assume, okay, if I was to stereotype who it would be, there's already a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
People look at each other all the time and they're like, I want what they have, so... It's kind of maybe that's what they're going for. I don't know yet. We still don't know why, she specifically is chosen to be Envy. Gluttonous makes sense, he's eating people. Lust makes sense because she has things that a lot of people would be staring at, obviously, as humans do.
With them, do you notice the symbols on them?
Yeah, well, that's also why I thought she was Lust, because it was, placed right above her breasts.
Gluttony's is on his tongue.
And I thought, what are those things on his arm? Is that...
I think it's part of his face.
Okay, so the tongue for consumption. Yeah, I wasn't sure what the things on the arm were. It was the process of being gluttonous. The only objects you have to use... I guess you don't need your hands to eat. You can just eat with your face. But...
And Envy's is right here.
What I thought.
They flashed it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
don't tell me why. I don't know why it would be on her legs for this. I would assume pride, as you said, if it's violence, would be on his fists. Now, I don't remember where the guy in the jail cell, the Crimson Alchemist, I don't remember. He has one. I don't know if I ever brought it up with you.
He has symbols on his palms.
I definitely didn't bring it up for the audience, but during the editing process, I realized that he's probably one of them as well. When I rewatched the scene, because I hadn't met Lust and Gluttony to realize that there's something to look at for there. So definitely...
You got a flashback of him this episode, too.
Yeah. This episode dropped a lot of stuff.
Yes, it did. So then...
well, real quick on the 3 sins, I guess we'll call them for now. They're just ruling over unruly people right now. They're kind of just causing chaos amongst... I don't know what the goal is. Maybe to use it as a tool to, distract the state alchemists. I'm assuming they're going to try to get out their brother, if you will, who's in prison, and maybe use that as use the Civil War as a way to bring some of the police force out of the buildings and have maybe a vacant jail place that they can occupy and get in real quick and get one of their crew out. If I was to guess what was happening, or it's just to roll over the people. Why go through the effort of doing the whole Pope thing? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. But Maybe they just want to rule over everything.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's simple as that. They just want to dominate. And now I think it's we're at a pretty good point where I would say the Scar guy who got the name drop Scar is not with them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's part of the Sin crew.
Doesn't it kind of seem like the Sins have like a plan? They kept saying like the Elric Brothers interfered. Oh, Roy Mustang, he interfered.
Yeah.
They got something going on.
They got something going on. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it would be.
Yeah.
I mean, but they are Sins, so I would just assume the goal is to mass produce what they do.
Yeah.
Get into everyone's business, affect everyone, be the dominant force that rules over people's lives, as Sin would, if you believe the concept of that.
The next scene was Ed and Alphonse just chilling by the statue, and boom, there's Scar.
Yeah, wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't expecting that. At least not right off the bat. Because I was already like trying to hype up, like getting ready. I was like, that's going to be a moment that happens. Didn't think it'd be the next episode after we literally just met the man.
Yeah.
It's great pacing. I love it.
Yeah.
I hope it does stuff like that where it's like, they never give you breaks. Just keep on going at stuff. I love stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. He attacked both of the brothers, obliterated Alphonse.
Yeah.
Immediately.
So how I've now like depicted it is like alchemists are almost like mages from Skyrim, where like as a mage you have access to a lot, but sometimes they specify on like what they want to be good at. Like there would be a healing mage or like destruction mage who focuses on flame or ice or earth.
Alteration.
Exactly, and so
stuff.
That has helped me place it a bit more because you got Roy who's like special in fire. The first guy in the first episode was any form of water, steel. What the hell is Armstrong? What the hell is that guy? He makes babies.
I think it's...
If it's a spoiler, you don't have to say it yet. But
I don't remember.
I don't know what that
would be.
be.
He says it a lot. He introduces himself a lot.
Okay, maybe I'll have to just wait and let that sit.
I think it's the strong arm alchemist.
Strong arm alchemist. It's a passed down thing. He's very
through the Armstrong family.
Yep, he talked about how he's carrying his family legacy with him.
He's like an earthbender, I would say.
Okay. With maybe a specific signature thing. Like you show the face of yourself. Because there was like all his faces.
Or it's just pride.
It is pride. Oh, maybe he's the Sin himself.
I don't know.
Maybe he is pride. Who else? Ed and Scar have alchemy, but it doesn't seem like it's a specific thing.
Yeah.
He seems like he just bends the earth around him. Like when he fought the Pope, just wall.
Mm-hmm.
When he fought the ice guy, off the ground, spiral of earth up to the blimp, or whatever that thing is. The ice, never mind, it wasn't a blimp.
Ed used 3 words. It was like deconstruction. It was like construction, deconstruction, reconstruction.
Yes.
And he said Scar stops at the first
one. So he's not rebuilding, he's simply taking.
Deconstructing.
Yeah. That is crazy too. So are we supposed to assume that he like deconstructed the body of the little girl dog?
All those people.
And yeah. So what, you just rip them apart, rip their atoms apart so that the blood flies out of them?
Yeah.
You do the beginning stages of deconstructing where small fragments of your body start to pop out of you, little pieces of blood. Because it looked their bodies were intact.
Yeah.
So they just started ripping parts of blood. That's terrible.
What do you think about his power? Do you notice anything with it too?
You brought up a good point.
To Ed.
Well, you brought up a good point. He doesn't have to draw carvings. 2, he doesn't have to touch it.
Yeah.
It didn't look like he touched the items that were being affected.
Mm-hmm.
Though he did touch a lot of them.
Yeah.
So, more specifically, though, this is our first new brand of human who's an alchemist.
Race. Yeah.
New race entirely.
Ishvalan.
Eldian. That's all I was thinking. When they were showing that stuff, I was like, oh, we're getting that day in the second half of this episode. My mind.
Brown skin, red eyes, and white hair.
He looks awesome.
Yes, he does.
Loved the flashback. I missed at least 50% of what they were saying because I was mind blown that I was getting a whole that day again for an episode. So, if I have this right, we have our society, and it's fragmented into like states or countries.
North, east, south, and west.
Yeah, and they didn't show what was beyond those lands, but in one district, there was a different people group.
Ishvala.
The Ishvalan.
That's southeast.
What was the initial conflict? What started the beef?
A military soldier accidentally shot and killed an Ishvalan child, and it started a civil war.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. That was the scene of the teddy bear and the bloody hand on the steps.
Okay.
And it started a civil war. The war got so horrible it spread to the entire eastern side.
Damn.
And that's when the Fuhrer made the order after 7 years, send in the state alchemists. And they slaughtered.
I was going to say it was a clean sweep.
Yes, it was.
Clean sweep. And it was genocide of the people, right?
You saw Roy. Oh, the Fuhrer said,
made it seem like there was
eradicate Ishvala, he said.
I was going to say, it seems like there was like none of them left.
Yes.
Which, it's already placing our chief and commander as a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's killing off his people who were leading the battle, as we just saw in the first episode.
Yeah.
Great.
Mm-hmm. That guy he killed off also was saying how he committed horrible atrocities.
Well, this is great. So now I'm wondering...
You saw...
who we can trust out of our military.
You saw Roy...
How involved are people like Roy and Armstrong?
Yeah.
Are they good? Are they bad? Armstrong's a new guy, so maybe not him, but maybe Roy, the Blondie...
Hawkeye.
And...
Maze Hughes.
I was hiding.
Yeah.
So he's not an alchemist. He's just a general. Okay.
He gives them orders, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So you saw Roy Mustang, Armstrong, the Crimson Alchemists were all part of the Ishvalan manslaughter.
Right. The Crimson guy who you were just saying is probably one of the sins.
Mm-hmm.
Pride. I'm trying to remember like what we got to even have. Gluttony, envy, lust, pride, greed, 7 deadly sins.
You mentioned 1. 2. Starts with the W.
Wrath. That's what I thought our man's was right here, a scar, but that's not it. Wrath. Help me out. What would be the last one?
Pride, gluttony, lust. Oh, sloth.
Sloth. Well, he'll never show up in the show. He's too lazy to appear in the show.
Yeah.
Simply will not be in the show. I'm calling it right now. They'll find him on like a bed like Peaks, just bent over, like slumped on the ground, and they're like, this is why we never go to you. So I'm not expecting anything from Sloth. Unless it's literally a sloth, just like hanging in a tree. Don't do that, please. Maybe it's a chimera.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's like a sloth and a person together.
Yeah.
Don't do that either. Don't like that idea. It was a really good episode.
Yes, it was.
These episodes are good. Yeah, when I was taking my little pee break, I was thinking to myself, very happy we're with this show.
Yeah.
And mostly because of this episode.
Really?
Because of the flashback. I like
of the Ishvalan War.
I like knowing there's like conflicts that we're gonna have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
That long term. Like this isn't gonna be something that's gonna be wrapped up easily. There's a lot of backstory between these people that we're gonna have to explore, and then ultimately find a way to resolve it. Which, in just like our other show that is kind of reflective of this, isn't something so easy to wrap up.
Yeah.
A lot of people are probably gonna be hurt and find themselves on different sides of the scale on things. Even Ed. I mean, there's probably this might be like a jump in what could happen. Then again, this has multiple parts, so maybe this gets wrapped up in the first part of the 13 episodes.
Yeah.
Ed might come against people like Roy and Armstrong and whoever, anyone who doesn't stand with him.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy because I don't know where the show will go then. And then with the idea that we have all these other sins out there in the world, maybe they've already infiltrated in places that will soon either already know or will learn eventually, like other people in power. I'm not gonna trust people in power from now on out.
Oh yeah.
Every time we meet new people, I'm gonna assume it's one of our people, one of the sins.
You were saying at the beginning of this, why can't there just be a government where we're just like, trust you?
Oh, now I can't. I simply cannot trust anyone. It's not happening anymore.
Yeah.
And if I do, then I'm gonna be a fool by the end of it. So I just have to go in skeptical of everything. I can't go in trusting. Get my arm hacked off or something.
Yep, Scar severely wounded the 2 boys. We got Scar's reveal, the reveal that Ishval in war. Mm-hmm. And now the boys are going to go back to their home. Get his arm fixed.
All the mail.
Yep.
That'll be fun. We'll
get to see Winry and her grandma.
Reunite. The girl, she'll be happy to reunite with her half-brothers, her neighborhood brothers.
Winry,
because she was pretty upset that they had to leave, that the military was once again taking people out of her life. We'll return to Grandma.
Because her parents joined the military and they were killed, she thinks, because she hasn't seen them.
Okay, so maybe they're still out there, or killed. Evil Grandma will return, insulting them as she's giving them food.
Button heads.
Calling them a little shrimp.
She's shorter than him.
I know, that whole family was pretty short.
Yeah.
None of them could look over their stool, their table. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to return. I'm also ready to get some of Will's thoughts on 2 pretty good, awesome episodes.
Absolutely.
So, if you want to see Will's thoughts, you're going to have to stay for the next episodes, I guess.
Yeah.
Guys, if you made it this far in the video, make sure you leave a like on this. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below what you thought of episode 5 or 6 or 5 of this Fullmetal Brotherhood series that we're going through. Check out the Patreon if you want to see these a week in advance. We are doing 2 sometimes, 1 sometimes, depending on what is happening on our schedule. But for the time being, if you want to watch other videos, you can do that. We'll see you in the next one. Punch it!
Bah!